idea of what we discussed in that video. I may not be able to say all of it, so that we can go watch. It's the very first video there. It talks about steps you need to take immediately after rape. If you are a victim of rape or you know someone, steps that need to be taken immediately after to protect evidence and to protect the victim. Steps that need to be taken. So I'm sure that we are aware that the incidents of rape all over the world has multiplied. It appears that it's an incident that is almost happening on daily basis. It's almost like a daily occurrence. And this time around, it's not only women that are victims, even men are victims too. And there's need to enlighten the general public on what steps that need to be taken, because sometimes, because of the trauma and stigma, especially in Nigeria, associated with this experience, a lot of victims end up unconsciously destroying evidence, and they end up with certain terminal illnesses that may have been avoided if they took the right steps. So I'll just be discussing briefly on some of those steps, and if you want more, you can go watch my new video on rape and its incidents. Let me just confirm the topic of that video so that you can go watch it. Just confirm the topic of that video so that you can watch it. Okay, the topic is protecting evidence and victims. Critical steps that must be taken after rape. That's the topic. And this video was posted 17 hours ago. It's not even up to a day. It's my newest video. It was posted 17 hours ago. So I would like you to just do well. Go see that video, engage on it, give us a thumbs up. It's very rich. It's very rich, and I'm sure that it's not a jurisdictional video, maybe something that pertains to only Nigerians. It pertains to every single individual. It may not be for you directly. It could be an information that your child, your neighbor, your relatives, your friend may need. So kindly go engage and watch that video so that you would get all the information that you need to get on this topic. Now, before I go into details of this video, I'll just give us a background story of what happened. And this information actually led to, the need to sensitize the general public, since it is now prevalent, since we are no longer safe with respect to sexual assault or rape. There's need for us to arm ourselves with the right information on what steps that need to be taken. Now, the essence is not to frighten anybody or to expect the worst to happen. The essence is for us to be enlightened, to know what we ought to do at every given opportunity. Now, the background story is that a couple were visited by armed robbers. They were attacked by armed robbers, and these robbers did not just steal from them. They actually raped the wife in front of her husband. And afterwards, both parties, that's the husband and the wife, decided to keep it private. In Nigeria, the rape is stigmatizing. Victims of rape are stigmatized, and they don't get the requisite care and attention that is required. So a lot of people, exactly, being aware should frighten the perpetrators. Yeah. So a lot of people that are victims of rape end up hiding it, and hiding it is more like fueling the actions of the perpetrators to continue doing what they are doing. So they end up abusing more people, endangering the lives of more people, and it keeps on going. But if these people are given the right information on what to do, this will help them. Now this couple kept it to themselves. The woman immediately washed off, and continued with her life. Unfortunately for her, 2 weeks later, she went to the hospital for her regular checkup, and guess what? She was, she tested positive to HIV virus. She tested positive to HIV virus, and when it was traced, it was discovered that it was the rape incident that infected her with HIV virus. Now, it is difficult to get to investigate the crime, and it is also and then she is also infected, which is affecting her health. Now, these two things would have been avoided if she took these steps. Right now, she is traumatized even the more. Her husband is also traumatized. In fact, the family is put in form of pandemonium, because the trauma of finding out this kind of information, it's quite disturbing. So um it's difficult to find who did it. It's difficult to investigate, because the evidence, like the clothes she wore, the fluid of the perpetrator, that would have been extracted when the crime was committed if she went to the hospital immediately, all have been destroyed because of ignorance. Now, what are the things a rape victim should do immediately after the incident? One of them is, please don't take your bath, don't brush your teeth, don't clean up, don't do anything. Just head straight to the hospital. Yes, I know you are traumatized. Yes, I know you want to forget about it. You want to move on with your life. You don't want to have the experience. Please head straight to the hospital. Now, the reason why you should head straight to the hospital is because the body fluid, the semen, and all the others would still be on you, and it could be extracted at the hospital. Now, the clothes that you were putting on you can also preserve it in a paper bag for evidence, and other things that the perpetrator had contact with can also be preserved neatly in a paper bag for evidence, for future reference. Okay? Now, another reason why it is necessary for you to go to the hospital is so that preventive measures can be effected immediately to protect you from not just HIV virus, but other sexually transmitted disease, or even pregnancy. Preventive measures could be taken at that time. Apart from protecting evidence, the victim is also protected. Apart from preserving evidence, the victim is also protected. Yes. If you go to the hospital on time, they could take prevention. They could take precaution on you to prevent pregnancy at the time. Yes. They could also apply some preventive measures to ensure that you are protected from certain even hepatitis B. Hepatitis B. They could take some preventive measures to ensure that you are also protected if you head to the hospital early enough, or take that victim take that victim. Don't wash off, don't bath, don't do anything, just go straight. Secondly, in order to protect evidence, report immediately to the police. Head to the police station and make your entry. Head over to the police station, make your entry, so that in future, when you want to now come out and speak your truth, when you're mentally stable to speak your truth, it will be on record that you went to the police authorities to make your entry at the time it happened. It will not be looking like it was fabricated or something that happened 200 years ago. You're just coming out now to talk about it. Okay, my next ex, I've seen your question. Now, I know, as much as it appears as though that the MPF does not, it appears as though the MPF does not carry out their responsibilities. I want to let you know that that first entry that you make at the police station is going to corroborate any other testimony that you make when you are stable. Because most times, people victims of rape are usually emotionally traumatized, so they are not ready to talk about it. Maybe they might come out, depending on how one heals, after 1 year or 2 years. If you're in Nigeria, you will remember when Timi Dakolo's wife came out accusing a certain man of God of rape. And if you agree with me, that matter just died down because there was no evidence. At the time that that incident happened, she did not make any record. There was no information as to get into the police station to make any entry, nothing. So it was looking like a calculated attempt to tarnish the image of the man of God. That is why it is good for you to go head straight to the police station to make your entry. Now, number one, just in case you want to go to court, that entry you made at the police station will help in investigation. Okay? And yes, the Nigerian hospital have the means to perform DNA processing and to prevent certain illnesses in terms of STI, hepatitis, and HIV. There are certain drugs, there are certain medications that can be given to you to prevent you from contracting this infection on time. Yes. I don't know if I've answered your question, my next ex. Have I answered your question? PZYK, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I made a video, and like I said, I have a video right now on this page. Please go and watch that video, because I might not say everything here, but I made an extensive video. My next ex, please, have you subscribed to this channel? Please help me subscribe and click on the first video, not shorts, my first video. It was just posted 17 hours ago. Please click on it, please watch, and you will get all the information there, because I also attached I attached a video made by a medical practitioner on this. Inside that my video, is in that my video, she spoke extensively. Please go and watch that video. It's there. Even this story I told you is there. And this is just someone that just came out to speak. What of other rape victims that are suffering one illness or the other now because they didn't do what they were expected to do at the time? My next ex, please, have you seen the video? No, they do paternity DNA in Nigeria. Those people just, one thing with Nigerians is that the problem with Nigerians is that we just think that anything foreign is better than what we have domestically. DNA. I know a hospital that does DNA, paternity DNA. Please, just check. Kindly subscribe. Once you subscribe, just check the first video. You will see it. A medical practitioner and a Nigeria, the person is in Nigeria, gave an extensive medical aspect of what I'm talking. I might be talking the legal aspect because that is the one I'm vast with. But the medical practitioner, I had to add her own so that we will get the complete knowledge. Please just click on that video. Just open it and watch. You will see what I'm saying. Excuse me. My next ex, do you understand? You understand? I'm waiting for your response. Just watch it and let me know what you think. You can even watch it and come and ask your questions here. Just like you did. Thank you so much for engaging on this live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So just kindly click on that video. Click on that video. Earlier today, I just came here to rant anyway. Not that I actually came. Not just as you're taking dinner, just click on the video so that you can be watching it as you're eating. So I just came here to rant because somebody asked me why I looked moody. I was actually sad, because I made this video and it took me so much to make this video because I just saw the need to not just enlighten the general public but even parents with respect to their children, and the engagement on that video is so poor. If you go and look at that video, it's so poor compared to my other videos. I felt really bad. I just came here to talk about it and to encourage people to go watch that video. So what I'm doing is just to give an insight into what is happening there. I don't know if it's YouTube algorithm that is not suggesting the video or people are not clicking, but I think you should just, as you're taking your dinner, just click on it. You can even listen to it with your loved ones. It's necessary. That information is necessary. It's very important for us to know. So please click on it. Click on it and let me know. Let me know if you have clicked on that video. PSY, you didn't miss out, oh. You didn't miss out on anything. Just go and click on my new video. It was posted 17 hours ago. Just go and click on it. You will get all the information on this grape talk. Yeah. You get all the information, okay? However, while we are here, as you watch that video, you could even ask your questions. You could even ask your questions, okay? Now, I'll proceed. I'll still proceed with other things that these victims are expected to do. Apart from going to get medical attention and trying to preserve evidence in terms of keeping the material that you wore and all that, there's also need No, it wasn't me. I used part of her video. It wasn't me. I still spoke. Just play that video. You see me now when I started talking about the legal aspects before I handed over to her. She was the one speaking at the beginning. Yeah. Just play it. You will still see me. Why I spoke about what is required in case you want to file. All right then, thank you. Where I spoke about what is required in case you want to file an action in court. Now, for rape cases, what the law looks at is because the requirement, because the proof in criminal matters is proof beyond reasonable doubt, meaning that if there is an iota of doubt raised in the heart of the judge, that the accused will be discharged and acquitted. The prosecution's evidence will fail. Okay, so that is why there is need for you to take these steps, so that when you want to prove your case, it will be so easy. The chain of evidence or the chain of events will not be broken. Okay, and it would lead directly to the accused person as the only person that could commit that crime. That's why you need to take these steps. Because for proving rape cases, one of the things you have to prove is proving that the accused person had intention. How can you prove that if you don't have evidence that he did what he did? It's also proving that there was penetration. How can you prove that if you didn't go to the hospital to get certain evidence of the person's fluid on your body? Can you see? It's also to prove, there's also need that you need to prove that you did not give consent, because of course for rape to happen, the sex was not consensual. You didn't give consent. How can you prove that you didn't give consent if the materials, what you wore at the time, are not before the court? Can you see? You see why it is good for you to take these steps. And there is also need for you to prove the identity of the perpetrator. How can you prove that if you did not write down what happened? If possible, draw. Keep record, because our memory sometimes can fail us. But when this thing happen and you keep record, write down everything that happened, you'll be so shocked that at the time when you will need it, you will have so much written down information. Write it down. Sometimes we even advise people, draw. As much as you can remember, draw. If you saw a mark on the person, draw it. Draw the mark. You know, all these things can help to not just nip the perpetrator, but to ensure that he faces the wrath of the law. Right now in Nigeria, the penalty for rape is life imprisonment. Yes, the penalty for rape in Nigeria right now is life imprisonment, even though we are looking to, we are begging and cleaving the indulgence of the lawmakers in Nigeria to make the penalty for rape death, just like America just did recently, introduced death sentence for child rape. So we're begging the lawmakers in Nigeria to take a cue, you know, so that these things will frighten the perpetrators. It would go to a large extent in stopping this. You can imagine, you see children of 3 years, 4 years, they are victims of rape already. Their lives are already tarnished because of this crime. They've destroyed their lives, you know. So these are the reasons why we need to take these steps. Because when you feel better, you will find out that you have forgotten a lot of things. And even when you feel up to it to take legal actions, Sometimes some people, because of their quietness, they would contract some very terrible terminal illnesses, and there's nothing that can be done again because it would have eaten deep into their bodies. So I don't know if anybody has any question, maybe something I have not touched, because I'm just glossing over this topic because my video covered a lot. My video covered a lot. So if there's a question you have, maybe something I have not addressed, just kindly ask your question, drop your question. Let's talk about it. Kindly drop your questions. Let's talk about it. I'm here. I'm going to be here for the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So kindly drop your questions. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button. If you like our discussion today, you can give us a thumbs up. Hello, where is everyone? Hello? Hello? Where is everyone? Thank you so much, Amarachi. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, guys, what are your questions? Drop your questions here so that we can address it before I go. Time is almost running out. Kindly drop your questions so that we can address them. So before I go, I'll just play the video for you to watch. I'll play the video so that everyone can watch, and then if you have any questions, you can just drop it here. Is that okay? All right. Where is the remote?
Apparently his office. As a woman I recently saw, my patient actually, armed robbers broke into their house. They tied the husband and raped the wife in front of the husband in their own house. She and her husband were hush hush about it because they didn't want stigmatization of the gist to spread. God, the incident of rape has become so prevalent in recent times that out of every 5 girl child or out of every 5 female, 3 are victims. And it is so bad that recently the government of the United States of America introduced death penalty for child rape. Now the problem with us in Nigeria is not just in the penalty for rape. The problem is with proving the crime of rape to ensure that these perpetrators they face the requisite punishment for their offense. Now, why is it so difficult to prove this crime? Because the requirement of the laws in Nigeria, our criminal laws in Nigeria,
is that every crime should be proven beyond reasonable doubt. This means that when there is an iota of doubt, the accused person is discharged and acquitted. Now, most times, because of the trauma the victims of rape face, most times out of shame, number one, they will want to keep it private. Secondly, they end up destroying evidence that would be necessary to indict these criminals. And in the long run, when they are able to speak out, there is insufficient evidence to prove. So the perpetrator is all over the place, even committing more. Now, in today's video, we're not just going to talk about what amounts to rape. We're also going to talk about what the requirements of the law are with respect to the crime of rape. We'll finally wrap up this video with a list of things every rape victim is expected to do when faced with the crime of rape. Please don't go away. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button and help us share this video to everyone, not just people, not just rape victims, because you never can know. You never can tell, because you never can tell who and who is a victim of rape. So kindly share this video to everyone. And then this information is not just for us, it's also for our children, just to protect our children out there. We'll be right back. Now, a very short definition for rape is non-consensual sex. When a party has sex with another without the person's consent, that amounts to rape. So before now, the crime of rape was said to be complete upon penetration, which indicated that the crime is only committed against women. But the Violence Against People's Prohibition Act now expanded the definition of rape to include male victims, which means that if your victim is a man and you had sex with him without his consent, that man can bring an action against you for rape. That being said, the question now comes to mind. The question that now comes to mind is, what amounts to consent? That's one, giving consent. Now, if that consent that you claim to have was obtained by fraud, it was obtained by undue influence, by coercion, by deceit, that the court is saying that that is not sufficient consent, and so you are guilty of rape. I read a story of a man that came out crying out that the parents of the minor he had sexual relations with, they are filing an action against him for rape, that the child told him that she was I think 20 years or so, and then it turned out that that child was 16 years at the time, that he did not know. He was innocent. He promised her, and the child now said he promised her a lot of things, and she now gave consent. That consent is fraudulent, and of course the man is guilty of rape. For every crime of rape, the prosecution has to prove penetration or sex and lack of consent, and then the identity of the offender. Now, it becomes very difficult in most cases to prove penetration or to prove lack of consent, and that is why most times the prosecution of the crime of rape fails in most cases, because it is difficult to prove lack of consent or penetration. Now, in the video I'm about to show you now, you are going to see things that every rape victim should do immediately after being faced with the crime of rape, or immediately after rape. Now, the essence is preserve evidence and to also take care of yourself medically.
There's a woman I recently saw, my patient actually. Armed robbers broke into their house. They tied the husband and raped the wife in front of the husband in their own house. She and her husband were hush hush about it because they didn't want stigmatization of the gist to spread. God bless that man. He stood by her, a completely supportive husband. It took her a week before she could gather the strength to seek medical advice. 4 months later, she checked her HIV status, which was last week, and she was HIV positive. That is why I'm speaking. We don't pray for sexual assault, but do you know what to do if you are or someone in your life is sexually assaulted? First of all, if sexual assault happens, do not shower. I know your first instinct is to take a shower and to scrub until you burn up every memory of that traumatizing event, but you don't want to do that. If possible, don't take a bath, don't douche, don't brush your teeth, don't wash your clothes until you reach the hospital. Not that you owe anybody evidence, but evidence gives you option for proper investigation to take place. Even if you have already had your bath, please still go to the hospital. Semen, saliva, skin cell blood, these things are microscopic. Bathing, brushing, douching, or washing your clothes can destroy DNA evidence. Even combing your hair can remove foreign material. If you have changed your clothes already, keep the clothes that you wore during that assault inside a paper bag, not a nylon bag, because heat can damage evidence. Go to the hospital immediately. Even if you feel fine, even if you're in shock, even if you're not ready to report, please still go to the hospital. Within 72 hours, we can start HIV post-exposure prophylaxis PEP to reduce the chances of having HIV. We can prevent certain STIs. Also, emergency contraceptive can also be given to prevent pregnancy. Injuries can be documented for future investigation. And of course, if you choose, they can also collect forensic evidence. After 72 hours, HIV prevention effectiveness drops, evidence degrades, and so preventing options can no longer work. And it's not just HIV or pregnancy that we're worried about. We're worried about hepatitis B, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, anxiety, PTSD, depression. HIV post-exposure prophylaxis after sexual assault can actually save your life, and is most effective if taken within 72 hours of the exposure, and is taken every day for 28 days. And in the case of sexual assault, I would also advise that you write everything down as soon as possible, because trauma tends to affect your memory. So write down the time, location, description, take all messages as.
I hope you got the information. Kindly click on that link or on that video on my page and watch. I've not seen any questions so far, so I'll be bringing this live stream to an end. Don't forget to stay safe. Hey, Maki, I was about ending the live stream. How are you? So, Maki, I just showed us a video, a new video that I just posted. Yes, a new video that I just posted. Can you click on that video, open it, and give us a thumbs up? Watch that video. It's about the crime of rape and what victims are expected to do. Now, the information might not be for you. It could be for someone around you. You know, it could be for someone around you. Please kindly click. Kindly click, please. Click on that video. Watch it and share. Share to everyone that you think, or everybody, because you never can tell. It's I came here. I actually came here to rant. Honestly, I'm not doing good, Maki. I'm not doing good. Just watch that video and share it. I put in my heart into this video, and it's not getting the engagement that I expected. And I feel really bad. Please just watch that video, give us a thumbs up, and you can drop your questions in the comment section. I will take it up from there. Please watch that video. Just tell me that you are watching it now, so that before I end this live stream, let me know if you are watching it now. Just tell me you are watching it now. I mean, it's so sad. I even added a report from a medical practitioner there to corroborate my own, and I'm not getting the engagement, all the engagement that I really love. Not getting the requisite engagement on that video. Please help me click. It's the very first video. It says protecting evidence and victims. It says protecting evidence and victim. Okay, let me tell you the full. Okay, protecting evidence and victim, critical steps. Yes, just go and watch the video, Make. Watch the video first. Go and open it and watch. Let me know that you are watching it, please. We've talked about it here. So when you go back on this live, you will get the information on it. And it's even more elaborately discussed in that video. What we discussed here is elaborately discussed. Just watch it, click it, open it. Open it and be watching. Let me know that you are watching it. Just let me know that you started watching it. That's what will make me happy now, Maki. And when you finish watching and you share it, I mean, that one will make me happier. Thank you. So, Maki, have you started watching it? Have you started watching it? Maki, you've not started watching it, though. Open it and watch. God, oh. Maki, have you started watching? Let me know now if you have. Let me know. Maki. Guys, I'll be going off now. Try to stay out of trouble. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for having me, and enjoy the rest of your day.